Hi everyone, this week's Parsha is Parshat Vayetzei. Now in this week's Parsha, the beginning and end of the Parsha are actually similar in that in both the beginning and the end, the word Vayifga is used. And in the context that Yaakov happened upon, in the beginning of the Parsha, this word is used in the context that Yaakov happened upon this place in which he had the dream where the angels are going up and down the ladder and he was sleeping on all the rocks. The 12 rocks turned to one, as the Midrash points out. And at the end of the Parsha, the word Vayifga and he happened upon is used again, but in a slightly different context, in that this time the angels, the Malachim, happened upon Yaakov. They bumped into him as Yaakov was on his way back into the land of Israel. So what can we learn from this? Why is the same word used in both contexts where Yaakov is leaving the land of Israel and then coming back into the land of Israel? What's really going on here? So when we look at the story, Yaakov is someone who grew up in the land of Israel. He learned in yeshiva, Shem and Aver, and he knew how to live a Torah life within the land of Israel, which that many of us know is very different than living a Torah-led life outside the land of Israel with different pressures, different focuses going on in one's life. So Yaakov is on his way out of the land of Israel to the house of Lavan to find his wife, and he ends up sleeping on these rocks, right? And what happens? The angels are going, and he happens upon the place, Vayifga, and the angels are going up and down the ladder. And what really, it says, Viroshoma Malchei Elokim Olim V'Yordim Bo. The angels are going up and down Bo on him, on Yaakov. So it's a little interesting here. Some of the commentaries say that what does it mean that the angels were going up and down? It really means that the angels were kind of making fun of Yaakov. They were looking at this guy sleeping, that he hasn't accomplished much in his life yet, and they were looking at him and then going up to Shemayim, up to the heavens, and seeing all these accomplishments that Yaakov is supposed to do in his lifetime, and then going back down to him and saying, this guy is really going to be able to do all of that? What's really going on here? And it was kind of like in a mocking way that they were going up and down to like check him out. And Yaakov goes to Haran, he goes to the house of Lavan, and for over 20 years, we see in next week's Parsha actually, he was living a life of Torah and mitzvot. He kept all the mitzvot, all the ones he could, while he was in the house of Lavan. And he finally has a family. He's on his way back with everyone on all of their donkeys and with all their possessions. And this time, the angels bump into him. They're Vayifga. And it kind of reminded me of like a scene in a movie where you have some guy who starts out the movie homeless and people make fun of him on the street, but then at the end of the movie he's like the rich guy walking past everyone and they're like blown away by him. That's kind of what's going on with Yaakov here now. And I think that this really serves to be a valuable lesson for all of us, because the Chazal, the rabbis famously state that the Shekhinah, right, God's presence is Dira B'Tachtonim, lives here on earth with us. It's not up there. It's for us to use down here. And I think that this concept is really embodied with Yaakov's travels in this week's Parsha, from inside the land of Israel to outside the land of Israel, showing that yes, it might be more difficult, definitely is more difficult to practice Torah living outside the land of Israel, but if you could do it right, and you can do it right, is what we're really learning here. When you come back, people just might be surprised. Like, not even just people, but even angels. So with that, I wish you all a Shabbat Shalom and a bracha. I'm not sure if I gave a bracha already, but my bracha to everyone this week is that we should all be able to, whether we're living inside or outside the land of Israel now, that we should all be able to really think about and embody this lesson that really anything is possible with our religious practices, regardless of whether or not we think that we could actually accomplish it. And with that, I wish you all a happy Thanksgiving and a Shabbat Shalom.